Let's move into talking about some of my favorite items in the auction, which are the title cards. So starting with the pilot, that was something that stood out to me watching the pilot was you see the names of the actors and they're coming at you, and it was a little bit different than what I remember in the original Star Trek series. And they continue to do that into the future. Talk a little bit about creating those and how those evolved over time.
Well, as a graphic designer, one of the most cherished assignments is to design the main title sequence. Well, I didn't design the sequence, but I did the actual art for the word Star Trek Next Generation. But I also did the starring Patrick Stewart, Jonathan Frakes, and the others. And on one hand, this is a very cool assignment. On the other hand, I've got 157 other things to do, and I have a whole bunch of producers telling me, well, I want it to be like this and like this. So there's actually very little time to do it. And the way I did these, remember, this is back in 1987.
Yep.
And computer graphics, as we know them today, did not exist.
Yes, computers really didn't exist. Yeah.
Well,
Dot matrix, all that fun
yes,
stuff at home. Yes.
I use dot matrix for, yeah. So the credits, I literally went to the art store and I bought on graphic. I laid it out. I had it photographed and printed onto photographic negative black photostat paper, which is white letters on a black background, glued them onto a black art card, and it sounds primitive, and it was primitive, but it's actually inherently very high resolution. And I did it for almost every season. I think this set is from the 4th season. I think it's almost an entire set collection of the cast.
Yeah, and it reminds me of sort of the films of the Golden Age where they would do the same type of thing. But I think for a collector, you can frame up one, you can frame up a whole bunch of them. I think they'd look fantastic, and they're just something you don't see today. Speaking to the point of the 1980s was very different from a creative standpoint than it is today, where that would be done by AI in 2 seconds on a computer. But you had to think this out, and you had to go through the whole process of hand transferring these and putting them out. And they stand alone as, I'd say, collector's items years later, but they just look fantastic when you see them in person, and they bring you right back to seeing that opening sequence of every episode.
Yeah. Well, to have that physical icon that was actually photographed and used in some episodes, that's...
and it's one of a kind.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. And choose your favorite actor. You could change one. You can have a different one every week or every day of the week. That's right.